bigger. So your academic research project, that thing that I just mentioned about what does research look like in your career field or in your field of study. So explore what research looks like in your field of study. Start by identifying a specific career field that you are interested in. There's a link to Ferguson's Career Reference Center from the MTC Library to help you out with that. If you either don't really know what you want to do, or if you have like a vague idea of what you want to do, you can narrow it down to something a little bit more specific. So the example, doctors can go into pediatrics, treating children, oncology, treating cancer patients, and many, many other specific specialties. So doctor and lawyer, that's a really big field. Teacher's a really big field. What do you want to do specifically? The more you can narrow that down, the better off you're going to be. Once you have a fairly specific idea of the field that you want to go into, identify some professional organizations. I'll show you how you're going to do that in the discussion that we'll do in this unit. But think about professional organizations. These are organizations that represent professionals in that field and represent their interests and represent their professional development. The activities throughout the unit will help you with all of that. Your academic research presentation will be your chance to present information that you've gathered about professional organizations, journals and trade publications in your field, and topics of interest in your field to the class. So you can go over and read that in detail yourselves. So start by locating a professional organization in your career area. The easiest way to do this is to Google professional organizations for whatever career you want to go into. A good professional organization will have these characteristics right here that are in these bullet points. So like I said, professional organizations exist to represent the interests of professionals in that field. They exist to help professionals in that field develop their education and skills, and those kinds of things. So these bullet points kind of cover those aspects of a professional organization. Some students get confused. They think that a professional organization means that it's a place to work at. A professional organization is like a club for people who work in that field. Next, locate 2 articles that you think represent something interesting about your topic for an audience of other professionals. So you're going to identify a topic in your field of study that you want to explain a little bit further and explore a little bit further. So what are people in your professional field of study talking about, researching, trying to find answers to? What are they discussing right now that involves using research? Identify a topic along those lines, and what you're going to do is you're going to find 3 sources that help explain that topic. 2 of those sources are going to be for a professional audience, people who are also in that same field. So you want to think about some of those characteristics that are talked about in the module content, characteristics like the level of language and formalities, acronyms and things like that that might be understood by people who work in that field, but not necessarily a general audience. And then you're going to find 1 article that explains the topic for a very broad general audience. So think, simple, people who don't really know everything about that field of study, people who aren't exposed to that kind of stuff every day. So you'll find your 3 sources. So step 1, find a professional organization. Step 2, look at publications and find topics that people in that field are researching. Step 3, find 3 articles or 3 sources that explain that topic. 2 of them for a professional audience, 1 for a more general